So my question to you is, at times, sir, we have seen that Indians across the globe, maybe it's Middle East or from Asia to US, we have seen a lot of Indians facing distress. And MEA has started reaching out to them, like the way they conducted the evacuation in the Middle East in 2014. That was something which was amazing. So we did not had proactively supported the refugees from Uganda back in 1974 during the times of Idi Amin. So, do you think what has led to this transformation? I mean, what is the reason and what has driven it to happen?
You asked a very pertinent question, Siddharth, because what has happened is that the MEA has recalibrated itself to be in tune with our population. Let me give you an example. You explained all the outcomes, but let me come to you from the other side. Many years ago, when I joined the Foreign Service in 1985, handling consular issues was not a priority for the MEA. That changed in 2014. You know, elections have implications. When governments change, they bring to the table their own set of priorities. One of the priorities which the present government brought, and the former foreign minister, external affairs minister, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, was key in that, was MEA being more responsive to needs of ordinary Indians. That took some time to percolate, but it has percolated through the entire system. We now have the Prime Minister following, encouraging, and promoting Indian missions in their activities. This was not what was the practice previously. We have an external affairs minister now, and including in the past, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, who was very keen, who would tag the Indian missions, want them to be responsive. And so I know many of my colleagues, when they slept at the night, they kept their smartphones on because they were always worried whether the minister would tweet something and tag them to help an Indian. So I think it's a philosophical change, both from a government perspective and from a ministry's perspective. The MEA is a very flexible but a very meritocratic institution. It adjusts very quickly. Like a good bureaucracy, it will implement decisions of the elected government. And that's what has happened in the MEA, that you see a greater responsiveness to ordinary people and their needs, not only in crisis. You have listed crisis, but even in ordinary needs. Today, the telephone numbers of all missions, the telephone numbers of crisis points anywhere, responding immediately, putting telephone numbers out on the social media, on the television, all this has become the new normal for the MEA. And so responsiveness to the needs of our own people is a clear benefit that it was in the making previously, but it started flowing certainly from 2014 afterwards, and the leadership had to play a major role in this. And I can give you my own example. Prime Minister follows social media very carefully. For example, even he follows the External Affairs Ministry spokesperson and all. When I was the spokesperson, for me it was a great privilege that the Prime Minister of a country is following what you're doing. It helps you give off your best. So if you are willing to work, if you have the right encouragement, that's what happens. And what you have seen in MEA is a reflection of that. And it's a continuum now with Dr. Jaishankar, who has been a former diplomat himself, an outstanding officer of the ministry, who understands all that is there to understand in international politics. Now at the helm, the continuum is there for all to see.
Thank you so much, sir.